happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back to Calls from Beyond. I'm your host, Austin Alvarez, host of The Truly Bizarre, as well as Mr. Do-It-All, apparently today, because I was running around all day. But we got your boy George in the studio. What's up, George?
I look like the banker from Deal or No Deal.
Yep, I'm getting a call. He said, so your briefcase might have $1 million in it. He said, how about 30 cents and a free snack wrap meal at McDonald's? No deal? Okay. All right.
What's up, people?
What's up, everybody? Crystal, I'm so sorry to hear that. Can you please send good energy? I got a concussion last week. Feel like shit. I hope you feel better. Sorry that you had to go through that. But I'm glad you're here. Let's take some roll call. We got Mari. We got Crystal. We got Jessica. We got Christy. We got Nakia. We got Jacinda. We got Sydney. We got Skylar. We got Erica. Yolanda. We got everybody in today. As you can see from the title, unfortunately, at the ripe, I don't know if I can even say, at the prime age of 76, unfortunately, Ozzy Osbourne has passed away. I would call him the grandfather of metal music and just an actual cultural icon, has passed away, presumably from Parkinson's. They haven't released the cause of death yet. Rightfully so. I mean, he just passed away this morning. But yeah, so that was a gut-wrenching one to hear. I used to, listen to all his music with my dad growing up and, learned a lot of his music. I actually, I'm playing in a band now and it's, a lot of cover music. So I had to learn some of his stuff just over the weekend. So there is that. So rest in peace to Ozzy. Thank you for all of the incredible music you've released because, it's amazing. Like I do like George. So George was like, I know of Ozzy, but I don't think I know his catalog, but I think I will when I hear it. And I played
for sure
the song "No More Tears," which is funny enough because it's kind of the song that everybody's using now to post about him. So yes, also Malcolm Jamal Warner as well. Yeah, that one was yesterday, I believe. Speaking of resting in peace, we talked about, I believe his name is Dan Rivera last week. From the Annabelle tour. Now, Annabelle may have their next victim.
Wait a second. I have a sound effect for that.
Oh.
Whoa. Yeah, explain a little bit.
So George was filling me in on this earlier. It sounds like that the Annabelle tour is continuing to go.
And since that is happening, it made me think like, okay, Annabelle's moved on to the next victim. Like, this is a situation in which whoever greenlit the project to continue, I mean, I know it's not the right thing to do. A lot of paranormal investigators, as I pull up the article here, and you guys will be able to see, one of the people from Ghost Hunters. Do you know Jason from Ghost Hunters?
Yeah, Jason and Grant. Yeah, they were the main guys.
So Jason had a comment saying that we ought to cut it out with this stuff and just let the family grieve. Not giving any shade to either, because there's two camps. There's Ghost Adventures, which is Jay, who we've had on the show. And then there's Ghost Hunters. So Ghost Adventures, granted, very scientific based, but they are more of like the demonic side and the, I don't want to say spectacle because it is, real things that they're experiencing, but more of the, the grandioseness of paranormal investigation, whereas Ghost Hunters, it's kind of bland. It's which is what I grew up with. I never really grew up watching Ghost Adventures. I didn't watch it till recently. I always knew about it and I saw the documentary, but I was a Ghost Hunters kid. Okay. That was what I grew up on. They were very matter of fact. There's no, like I think, so Jason Hawes, he's the main guy. Mm-hmm. His daughter, Satori, came under a lot of controversy a year or two ago. Because she is I don't want to say anything bad because I do appreciate what they do. Her and her boyfriend, who I think is now fiance, are kind of like a human Ouija board, if that makes any sense. No.
So they hold hands, and then they get like tapping. And so they go A, B, C, and then the spirits tap. Now, they were on Sam and Colby, and Sam and Colby took them to like random locations and it was still happening. So it wasn't like, it's just because the wall's here. And then they even had them take their shoes off and do it.
freaky ass. No, I'm just kidding. But Jason Hawes is very much so, and he's thrown some shade at Ghost Adventures. He's very much so under the aspect of like scientifically proving ghosts, not just because I felt it. It's like, how do I get clear evidence for this? So I can understand why he's saying, and I do agree with, like, to an extent, like, I get it from both sides. I'm not saying one side is correct or the other. I would say that the family is correct in being like, let's grieve. You know, our family member just passed away. But the business side is going to be like, well, hey, I got $500,000 into this. I got to keep this show on the road.
And the show just became more popular than ever because of this, unfortunately.
Who's going to say you're not going to be the next one?
That's what I'm getting at.
Well, you had a great idea. You were saying that her next victim might be the guy who organized the tour.
The person that greenlit this project to continue was Annabelle's next jumping off point. I just feel like an entity of that power and magnitude, if we are going to go down the line of her possessing Daniel, correct? His name was Daniel?
I think it was just Dan.
Yes. Like it's just inevitable. It's going to happen again, and
Dan Rivera.
Dan Rivera, and so you just hate to see this.
A coroner update on Dan Rivera.
Okay. Please tell me that I can stop with this thought process, because I will completely change my mind based on what you're about to tell me.
It might not. It might just be like, we're still looking into it, but. Zach has made a statement about it. Let's see if we even have a cause of death, which this is, his death was labeled as natural. So he could have had like a heart attack or an aneurysm or something like that. Definitely interesting. Let's see here. Francis Dutro, coroner in Adams County, Pennsylvania, told CNN that the doll was not in the room with Rivera when he died. Pennsylvania State Police Public Information Officer Megan Frazier also shared a report matching details of Rivera's case, stating nothing unusual or suspicious was observed at the scene. Ads, come on. A police report from July 16th did label his death as natural per E-News, but a final cause of death will be determined in 8 to 10 weeks. So we're still a few weeks out from that. So we haven't gotten there. We have not gotten there. If you're watching this on the tubes right now, go on over to TikTok. Check me out on The Truly Bizarre. I've got content coming out there, as well as on my YouTube as well. I have a new investigation in the works. Also, I can't really say too much about it yet. I did talk to George about it a little bit, and George can attest to how exciting this is. Potentially a really cool event coming in September or October.
It's like one of those things where we've talked about lots of cool different events that we plan on having. This one is just, you just keep it under wraps until it's time, because it's that big.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's not something that necessarily needs the build up. That's how big.
Sydney says Annabelle did that shit.
I mean, how could it not be one of the potential causes? But an autopsy might not be able to find that. Let's say the autopsy comes back.
They're just going to say he had a heart attack.
Right.
Asphyxiation, but there was no strangulation marks.
And the tour is continuing.
That is the main thing. The tour is continuing to go on for the Annabelle tour. So I guess get your tickets and check out Calls for... No, I'm just kidding. Could you imagine?
Oh, my goodness.
Katrina, good to see you. Royalty, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Darkness, good to see you all. We're having a grand old time tonight. So,
speaking of the Annabelle tour, I am mad at my favorite band, Low. This isn't paranormal, but I'm very mad at them. I'm wearing their shirt right now, which is because I'm heartbroken. This morning I wake up, check my phone, probably 5 to 10 messages from a bunch of different people. Low announced a new tour. If you guys remember, a few months ago, I drove all the way to LA with Franny, who is the former producer of Bizarre Junkies and a huge supporter of the show. Him and I drove all the way to LA to watch Loathe play a 30-minute set. Now, from Vegas, during that time, it was 5 hours. We drove there, watched that show, 5 hours back. They announced a new U.S. headlining tour. And guess what? They're not coming here except for the When We Were Young Festival, which is $300 fucking dollars. I love Loathe, but I'm not going to pay $300 fucking dollars. And I think what it is because When We Were Young probably has a clause that if you play for them, you can't do a show there within a certain amount of time.
Probably.
So, your boy's going to Anaheim in November. Don't go watch them. Shaman, what's up? Good to see you. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that because you guys get me, and it makes me sad that my favorite band is on. And it's a headlining tour, too.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I don't know any of the opening bands, though, so.
That's fine. You're going to find your new favorite band.
No, I'm going to go see my favorite band.
You're going to see your favorite band, but you're going to be so excited. You're going to be in the proper mindset of accepting new music, and you're going to be like, these guys are good.
I did get arguably one of my best film photos from their show, though.
I'll pull it up.
You can go to my portfolio if you go to like myname.adobe portfolio or Alvarez Productions Adobe portfolio. I think it'll come up because it's like right there on my main page. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm yeah, Crystal it's in October though, I think. So it's really not that. The problem last time was the wind. Also, most of those bands I saw on Warped Tour in their prime for a canned food item. So I'm not going to pay $300. Yeah, October 18th is When We Were Young is here. And I don't think it's worth it. What day is Loathe performing?
You know there's another Austin Alvarez that has a Spotify?
Dope.
Should we play his music?
No, we're going to get smacked for it.
No. Austin Alvarez says it's okay.
Yeah, Loathe is playing. They're on there. October 18th and the 19th. And I think their first show is in Mesa, Arizona in August. Brother, just play again.
Should have it on your link in bio.
I was gonna add it. Hold on.
Can't find this shit, man. Too many Austin Alvarez's in the world. There's only one that I care about.
I'm gonna airdrop it.
I really can't get over this. Right here. I can't get over this. I just think it's such like a good looking shot, you know? Well, tell them.
Okay, all right, George. It's
$10,000. Tell them that.
It's A. Alvarez. Okay, you ready? You type this in the link section. A. Alvarez D. So A. Alvarez D2BA .myportfolio.com. I'm wondering if that'll pull it up. That's me. Yep. All right, there you go. That's my portfolio. I had to make that for school. So that is Loathe. That was taken on a point and shoot 35 millimeter camera that I had because I couldn't take a professional camera in. That was taken there.
It's a sick photo.
It's a great photo. Somebody bought a print of it. That's how cool it is.
Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, what?
Yeah, 35
Think about this, people. All these photos that you have on your phone that could actually be like, you know, they're pretty sunsets and all the shit that you definitely aren't going to go back and look at. People are willing to pay for it. And tell them the website. I didn't know this was a thing. Like, I think it's so fucking cool because now you go out, you take some cool photos, you create one of these websites or it's not even like it's like a Shopify, right? Where
this?
No, so this is just my portfolio page.
No, I know this is your portfolio page, but I'm saying for people to be able to buy the photo.
Yeah, I have a link for that too.
What's the website name?
Let me find out.
Yeah,
because I don't remember.
It seemed so cool. It's like, okay, I'm going to create an account. I'm just going to upload the cool photos I take on vacation. And if somebody wants it eventually, then, get some extra cheddar for you owning an iPhone. But this wasn't an iPhone.
It is alvarezproductions.darkroom.com.
Darkroom is the name of the website.
Yeah, so there you go. Alvarez Productions. If you want to buy, show it again. If you want to buy this photo, but without obviously my name and all that on there. If you want to buy that photo, you can. I will put the link in the YouTube chat.
That's through Darkroom.
That is through Darkroom. Cool. You can get it framed and everything. Comes framed.
Gross.
So Mari said that other Austin Alvarez is going to sue me, and the court case will be Alvarez v. Alvarez.
I also saw Mari commented on the dress shirt that I'm wearing. Yeah. Collared shirt. Appreciate it.
It's a golf shirt, right?
It's a Ben Hogan. Ben Hogan. Good guy. All right, golfer.
All right, golfer.
So we haven't done our first poll yet.
No, let's start one up. Let's start one up.
I'm trying to decipher here, like, will Annabelle strike again? Yes or no? And I think we know what we mean when we say strike. Is
bowling
this a coordinated attack? Can you
poll
imagine?
Is up now.
I should have Sora make an Annabelle doll
oh my
bowl.
God.
I'll do that actually.
No, they're going to come after us. They're going to be like, we're announcing a new stop, Las Vegas.
Bro.
Allegiant Stadium. Right there.
I would freak out.
Speaking of Allegiant Stadium, thanks to y'all's Lord and Savior Beyonce, I can't book anybody this weekend. She's here Saturday, Sunday, I think, or maybe Friday too. Friday, no, they're for sure here Friday because I had to book at another studio for a client. Beyonce? How's everybody's week going? How are you doing so far? If you're in Vegas, it's hot as fuck. If you're anywhere else, it's probably bearable. But yeah, check out my dark room. That's where all my prints are. It's really just the one. I'll have to do more. Definitely trying to get into photography. Definitely going to start. I'm going to get back into weddings, George.
Whoa.
Yeah, at the Pioneer, they have a wedding package. So I'm going to add my little photography on top.
How many weddings do they do a year?
Enough to have packages made.
That's crazy.
So. But yeah, so Annabelle. So the poll so far, 11 votes, 100% yes. Not even like a 1% no, 2% no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Who we got on TikTok? We got Cindy Marie on TikTok. We got Viz Jr., Jason Wright. What's up, everybody? Good to see you. If you are to say that it is a demon, then it will most likely strike, but who's to say the reach that she has? That is true. Who knows if she has the reach to reach through state lines and state jurisdictions? Maybe she doesn't have the jurisdiction.
Possibly.
I'm watching a lot of Criminal Minds lately. They're like, it's out of our jurisdiction. And then Criminal Minds are like, not ours. We're the FBI. We can go everywhere. Hasn't been too hot in LA. That must be nice.
This prompt is so good.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I have ChatGPT give me my prompts now. Oh, it's genius.
I never thought about that. Just have the AI talk to each other.
It's like, hey, you know what I want, right? Do it, AI. I pay you to do this, so you do it.
Another Skylar. Okay. So you're in Michigan. You say you're in Michigan experiencing a heat wave. How hot is the heat wave? I'm just curious, because then I'll tell you how hot it is here right now. Because I'm curious to see, and it's probably for sure hot for you.
Super curious.
Hey, champ, I'm just curious. Yolanda, what's
so
up?
Curious. Austin being hella curious over here.
That was last week. That was the Lewis and Clark talk last week, George.
Still haven't gotten to the bottom of that.
No,
maybe it's Clark.
90. Okay, that's pretty hot. Yeah, up here or down here, I guess in Vegas right now, it's like 115. There's no humidity, so you're just like, the way I explain it is like when you open the oven to get the cookies, except you can't close the oven and there's no cookies.
My fiance Cameron, she
Beyonce,
she had no air conditioning at work for the past 2 days. So they had to close early.
I've had that when I worked.
She works at physical therapy. It's like a hot yoga session for these people.
What do you mean? Just let it. It's just, bro. All right. It's gonna be extra hot. We're gonna really sweat it out today.
We're gonna whip you into shape. All right. No hot packs. By the way, we can't keep things cool. I don't know. That wasn't a thing, but that sucks.
Yeah, I remember when I worked in loans, the loan center I worked at, the AC went out like in July. And we were there for like 2 hours, and we looked at each other. We're like, "Man, fuck this!" And then we called the boss, and the boss was like, "Yeah, I guess if you gotta go." Like, oh my god, how dare I not get heat stroke? That was George drinking water just there.
My parents and I went to a restaurant like literally 3-4 months ago, and the place had no AC.
Oh
boy. I don't know why we stayed. Like, I literally have no clue, but I mean, I was just pouring fucking sweat. Could only imagine what the cooks feel. And I could taste what the cooks tasted like because they were in the meal. Terrible.
Yeah, no thanks.
All right, the video finished.
Oh, you made a video?
Ooh, this shit's scary.
Oh my god. Well, that's the movie version. That's not even the real version. All right, like it's a movie. It's a video.
It was supposed to be. Oh, I didn't. I clicked image.
Damn it, George.
That's why it gave me that. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, look, I can figure this out.
Creature Doodles, what's up over on TikTok? Good to see you. If you're over on Twitch, what's up? Good to see you, as well as the Truly Bizarre YouTube. Good to see you over there as well.
I love AI videos.
They're so...
Did I ever show you that part of the golf vlog that was AI video?
No.
I'll pull that up.
Guys, I'm tired. I'm not ending the show. I'm just saying I'm tired. I've been running around all day. I was here this morning. George and I are currently working on potentially building out one studio, and then I'm building out another studio, and they just called me earlier, went down there, and then I had a podcast and marketing client for about 2 hours, and then I rushed back here, made sure to eat, so I could power through, but I'm here. I'm just venting to you guys. That's it. I'm just venting. Did you AI one of the shots?
No.
Let's go. That's a bird.
And there it is, folks. What a wonderful birdie shot from the captain. That's right. He's now got a 3-shot lead going into the final hole.
Did his accent bounce between Australian and British?
For him to lose this one now.
The round is come to an end on the 8th hole. Ooh. Let's go.
That was a 5.
Now that the captain has this one just about sealed up tight, why don't we take a look back at our very own Freddie King's amazing 2016 championship run.
Oh, no. He's in 2 spots at once. What? Is that the pose? Is that the... Are we doing it wrong, George? Are we doing it wrong?
I think so.
When we golf, we're doing it wrong. I don't ever stand like that. Are we standing wrong?
I think we are. We aren't standing. Damn. We aren't standing like this.
He's like half into a gritty.
He's widowy, so low to the ground right now.
He's widowy in a gritty.
It would be
why now?
Impossible for him to miss it. But literally, I was like, the prompt that I gave this Sora was probably 2 paragraphs. and it gives me a guy fucking on his knees putting. Like, it was so bad.
You have to see something like standing fully erect. Putting.
No, I get it. Maybe it needs to be literally like 4 pages of detail next time. That's what I'm gonna do. These prompts that I give it are like 2 paragraphs. Like this Annabelle one was like a paragraph. It's gonna be cool though, because I didn't show them the Annabelle doll.
No, they did. I saw it, but they didn't see that. A new technique, yeah, royalty for sure. That's a technique right there. We gotta go golfing though. We gotta do like a Calls from Beyond video of us golfing.
We got a caller.
We have a caller, ladies and gentlemen.
*6 to unmute yourself, caller. Last 4 digits. Caller, you're in the room. Oh, wait. Last 4 digits, 8489. Click *6 to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. My name is Sarah. I'm calling from Texas, Fort Worth, Texas. I was just calling to talk about my experiences. I've only really had like 2 spiritual experiences. My grandfather had passed away in 2021, and I was really close with him. He raised me, and I worked for Amazon. I was working for Amazon at the time, and I was just driving my route, and I had a new route. It was a country route. It was in Azle, and I was just listening to my music, like to a podcast and stuff, or a podcast, something like that, and it just told me to pause. Like something just like dawned on me to stop and pause, and so I did. And I realized I was right next to my papa, like where he was buried. It was crazy.
Wow.
Like,
Whoa.
it was so crazy to me. So after that, like every time I had that route, I would pull over and just like talk to him.
Well, that's
that's nice to hear.
Yeah, it was crazy though, like the feeling that came over me. And then there was another time where I was young, and I don't know, like a bunch of stuff was happening to me, but it didn't dawn on me like exactly what everything was. Like the dog, when it come near me, she would always growl at me or be scared of me, and I just thought it was weird. And like my door used to slam and stuff, but my room was like, before it was a garage, but it was made into like a room, and there was like a little workshop next to my closet. So there was 2 doors. One was a workshop and one was a closet. And so yeah, after, like, I don't know, it was back in maybe like 2007, 2008, and I had a digital camera, and I was taking pictures, and every time I would take a picture, over my face it would be like smoke. Oh. And I didn't understand, so I would turn it and take a picture of the wall or something. There was no smoke there. And it was just creepy, like it scared me. And I had told my mom, and my mom called her aunts, and they're like priests or something, and they came out and blessed the house and stuff. But it was just crazy to me, like it scared me. And then it started dawning on me, like the dog was scared to come in there, like the door was slamming, but I was just like writing it off as something else.
That's terrifying. Do you still have the photos by any chance?
I don't. It was so long ago. I don't have none of those pictures.
Gotcha. Because I was going to say, like, I would love to see. Days. Yeah, because I've heard about that a couple of times where like something manifests itself over your face when you're taking photos. I know Noah, when she gets back, we'll have to ask her about that because she would know a little bit more about that. But I know definitely I've heard of people like taking photos of themselves or of other people, and there's like smoke or haze in front of them, and then they take a picture like you did somewhere else and there's nothing. So that's definitely creepy.
Yes, it was so terrifying. I was like maybe in 8th grade. I was really young.
Okay.
And years later, my sister told me, like, I guess she made like my sister, she's very creative. We're both Cancers, so she made like a Ouija board out of like cereal boxes, I guess, or like stuff like that. And I guess that's how it happened. And so I was just like, what? Why did it come for me? Like, if you're the one playing with the stuff.
Yeah.
That's what she told me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're gonna find out. I own a Ouija board. Will I ever use it? No, it's only a decoration piece. Just because I've seen people use them and they think that they can harness them. I don't know if you can ever truly harness that, but that makes a little bit more sense now that you told us about the Ouija board for sure.
Yes. I would never. I'm so scared of stuff like that. That's why I was just like, what? Wait. And that's crazy that happened to me and you're the one playing with it. But yeah, those are my two experiences. And I know that like I had a dream of my grandpa after, and it was so crazy to me. Like I could feel him, I could smell him, and I recently just lost my baby. He was 7 weeks old.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And yeah, I just lost him. His name was Zaire Jarif, and I'm hoping that maybe, you know, I could see him like that. Like I could have a dream of him where it's like real, and I can feel his touch again and like kiss him, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yep.
And and you definitely, the more that you continue to look for the signs and really like heighten your senses, little things will start manifesting. I feel I wanted to ask you a question about your grandfather too, and the way that you would stop at that specific location. Because it was like a new route that you said you were on, right?
Right.
Did he, I don't know, motivate you to try to work at Amazon? Would he talk about it? Like how did you get that specific position? Because that's what I always try to find in my life is like, how do certain things connect to the next? So like, was there anything that, you know, you feel might be a sign that led you to Amazon at the time? And was it related to him?
Well, my grandpa died around COVID, and I was a caregiver then. I had worked like warehouses and stuff, but I was always switching jobs, and he would always tell me like stick with a job. And Amazon, I had been now it would have been like 5 years that I've been working at Amazon. So I don't know, maybe the fact that I just stuck with something so long, that was the job that I stuck with for so long. I'm not sure.
Right.
I just know that I had a new job. I had a new route in Azle, and I didn't know anything about Azle. I knew my grandpa was buried there. Like, we have several plots there, but I didn't, you know, I wasn't familiar to just be like, oh, this is where you know, it was just weird. I was just driving.
Very coincidental.
So,
interesting.
Right. It was crazy to me.
Very interesting. No, we appreciate you really calling in and sharing these stories.
Those are very vulnerable stories to tell to us, and I'm very thankful you did.
Yeah.
And how?
And my sister.
Yep.
She's a genius. She put my grandpa's that shirt as soon as he passed and everything. She put it in like a poly bag, like, you know, where you get like Sheen or like a shirt from out of.
Yep.
And when I came home and told her that, she pulled me in my closet and gave me that, and when I could smell him, I literally hit my knees.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, "They're a genius. Like, who thinks of this?"
That's a good little tip, I guess, for everybody out there. I mean, that it's one of the strongest senses. Like I feel like not being able to smell would just be like the ultimate loss of memory. Because I always feel like my memory is best when I have my scent and I'm able to
really.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like whenever I'm clogged up, like there's no way that I can, like, my recall is as deep as it could be.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for calling in, though.
To a certain time and everything. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, and hope to hear from you again. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Totally was not trying to kick her off the line. I thought we were coming to a conclusion, but that's
Oh man, I don't even want to think about losing a child.
I was just about to say that, bro. Like, she sounded very strong for somebody
Very strong.
that just experienced.
All of our thoughts are with her. I know everybody in the chat is saying sorry for her losses.
Yeah.
Can't even imagine how difficult that is, but
for sure, yeah.
But I do hope maybe she gets that dream. I would love for her to be able to have that.
Yeah. A dream
nice.
Or like some sort of connection.
And Darkness said that's him visiting.
Mm-hmm.
Her grandpa. It's crazy though that like you're driving and something's like stop and you're like, oh, my grandpa's buried right there.
It's nuts.
I've heard a lot of that. Like Brian Hopkins has told us about like he's been driving and then he's like something's calling me to go there and then it's the fucking Goldfield Hotel.
I've been seeing butterflies a lot lately. Yellow, white and yellow specifically, like all white, all yellow. I saw 2 together on my birthday. I could have swore it was
happy birthday, George. That was what, last Saturday? Last Saturday?
2 Saturdays ago.
2 Saturdays? Okay.
Yeah. We already came on and gave him my love.
Happy birthday again,
I'll take more
George.
love though. Thank you.
He's finally 20.
Can you guys believe it?
What made you think I was older?
20 years old is nuts, dude.
Like the Bad News Bears. I'm 12. Got the $20 bill.
Oh, I wish I had my wallet on.
Hey, this guy's 20. Let him play.
Facts. But anyways, I've been seeing butterflies lately, and it happened on my birthday, and I could have swore it was my grandma and my aunt who lived together. They were identical. They both were.
Well, I told you about
brown Cuban ladies with white hair.
Brian's brother, who recently passed away, unfortunately, a hummingbird. And the whole time we were golfing, this hummingbird was just talking shit to us.
Yep.
Telling us we were ass.
I do remember this.
And I kept bringing it up. I was like, yo, I still haven't even told him that, dude. I should tell him.
You do. Yeah, you
tell him.
Need to.
Brian, call in right now. Where are you at?
Yeah, it's the signs of life. Because you just need to, I don't know, just be more observant. Like, that's the one thing that I've picked up from.
Oh, Mari. Oh, my God. I'm such a piece of shit. Mari's birthday was last Saturday. Everybody, please say happy birthday to Mari. It was Mari, because I remember I was like, George's birthday. And I did say happy birthday to Mari on her birthday. But still, everybody give it up for Mari in the chat. It was Mari's birthday.
Let's go.
Happy birthday, Mari.
Happy birthday.
You're a vital part of the Calls From Beyond crew. George went, shh, like you could say that again.
Keeps the party going.
Keeps it going, baby.
Yeah.
2 were flying around royalty yesterday. 2 butterflies. Happy birthday, Mari! Everybody, happy birthday, Mari.
I love it. I love it. The being just to close what I was gonna say is like ever since we started Calls From Beyond, there is I guess just like a reminder to be more observant.
Yeah.
Life is happening in
you remind me.
Multiple dimensions right in front of your eyes at all times. And if you aren't observant of all the little things, maybe that's ADHD of me. Like, I do feel like I have like a little bit of, I can't sit still.
If you can't sit still, then I can't even think still.
Whenever I've realized this too, as I've gotten older, whenever I'm at a table at a restaurant, I will play with the silverware. I will roll up my straw wrapper and I will make like little, like I can't stop moving and just
can't stop. Wing stop.
Won't stop. But if I was to stop doing things like that and just like, raise my consciousness level,
just to
start seeing things.
Yeah, be in the present moment. Yeah, I'm definitely working on that one.
Yep. A good centering.
Yeah.
Like I've always said this too when I was deep into
Hey Erica, welcome
breathing methods and Wim Hof, I was slowing down time as I knew it. I felt time differently. I'm telling you.
Make him shit his pants.
It moves a second slower the more time you spend in solitude. And
I remember when we were filming
it's
intern marketing at Sticky Paws, and you had like a group of like 15 interns doing fucking Wim Hof in the green room.
I did. We were getting our breathing in because I said this was important, and it just looked funny on content.
And then the following week,
really
two
funny.
people quit.
They weren't taking in the oxygen, bro. I said to breathe. They were holding their breath. So glad we got a call.
Yeah.
It was good. Soon as they got in, they got let in. So if you guys have your calls, or if you're listening to this on the rewind, we also have the voicemail number listed in the description below.
Yes.
Make sure you leave us a voicemail.
Go ahead and call in.
By the way, do we have any voicemail?
I don't think so. Let me look.
I was about to say, Austin.
Who is calling me while I'm live streaming right now? Let me look up this number. It's probably a debt collector. If it is, everybody boo this man. Yep, I've already looked them up.
All right, start booing.
Boo! Actually, I'm going to leak their number. Everybody call them and go, yeah, I'm calling you about a debt that you have. And they're like, wait a minute. We do that.
No.
I think you're thinking of somebody else. Okay, let's go. I don't think we have any calls, though, because it gives me... Yeah, no calls. No voicemails. No voicemails.
Nice. Just wanted to make sure. I was thinking about that on the way over here. I was like, gotta remember to tell Austin about the voicemails.
Yep. Yep.
It's important, mate.
It's important, mate. Yes.
I have one other article. Remember?
Yeah, which one was that one?
The Nostradamus one?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to let you handle that.
Well,
Nakia did the
let me send
boo
you
and
the
the
link.
middle finger emoji. I appreciate that, Nakia. You're rolling for that.
I'm going to put it in the doc.
Okay. That way I can look into it a little bit more.
We could popcorn it.
Darkness says, I usually say FBI fraud department when they call me. They hang up quickly. Sydney said, Annabelle, please, mama, get Trump. I don't know. He's not doing too good anyways on his own. He might not need that much. He might not even need Annabelle. About my car's extended warranty that I already have? Yeah, right.
Put in a new document.
Shaman said, did George give any thought to my alien thoughts from last week about energy evolved aliens? He short-circuited last week from it.
Okay, if you don't mind, yes. Okay, I have. It did take up my mind a little bit the day after I was playing Xbox, and I was starting to think about it a little bit more. But you have to refresh my mind 100% on. Just give me a little more detail, because you just give me an inch and I'll take a mile on this one. Because I do believe you. Let me know when you have it pulled up.
I am working on pulling it up now. Go check out my dark room. Buy my prints. Don't have to do anything you do not want to do. Cortez Patton just joined the TikTok live. What's up? This dude has a name I'm not going to say out loud. Living Nostradamus and Baba Vanga made the same chilling prophecy for 2025. But will it actually come true? This is from New York Post, so they're probably going to ask me to pay in about 5 seconds.
No. I was able to.
So Baba Vanga is the blind Bulgarian oracle. Died back in 1996. She made a few major predictions for the future, and psychics of today, the renowned Living Nostradamus, concur on this particular prognosis. She prophesied that humans would come into contact with extraterrestrials in the year 2025, and that the event would likely coincide with a major sporting event. Though a few of the year's most notable games and championships have already occurred, Wimbledon, the Super Bowl, and the NBA playoffs, to name a few, the year is only halfway over, so there are still plenty of rowdy sporting events to draw extraterrestrial visitors in. The Living Nostradamus, after the 15th century French astrologer and seer of the same name, has also predicted that humanity can cross alien contact off its bucket list at the same point this year. 38-year-old self-proclaimed paranormal expert and fortune teller from Brazil told the Daily Mail that technological advancements and increased space exploration would result in our humble species' eventual convergence with extraterrestrial life.
That's this jabron that I have on the screen here.
Thanks to the James Webb... that dude... I'm not listening to that dude.
Thanks to the James Webb Telescope, humanity might finally get the answers to the existence of alien life. While governments like the U.S. may declassify UFO files, he explained, if true, these discoveries could revolutionize one's view about the universe in which we exist and about ourselves. The telescope, which departed our home planet in December 2021, is currently orbiting the sun. While it has certainly led to major new astronomical findings, including the discovery of an exoplanet back in June 2025, it hasn't yet discovered any extraterrestrial life, though never say never. Well, okay, here's the thing, though. We live streamed that entire press conference a few years ago. Like, we're already past that point of being like, aliens, maybe? We already know.
I think the biggest thing to note there, and this was of, if I'm not mistaken, this was the lady that had made this prediction saying that it would coincide with a major sporting event. Now, that would be epic. I think it might win an ESPY.
Well, we were talking about...
That would win an ESPY for best play of the year.
Totally reenact what we were talking about earlier where you were like, the World Series.
The World Series, more than likely going to have the Dodgers in it, okay? Shohei Ohtani going out to bat, and the fucking alien ship just, boom, right on Shohei Ohtani.
And the owner, they cut to him, and he's like, fuck, I still have to pay for him. A multi-million-dollar...
Everyone's just freaking out right now. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani is gone. People will probably if imagine this: the alien ship lands on him, but there's no remains of Shohei Ohtani.
He just disintegrates.
He's the greatest baseball player for a reason because
so it just basically becomes Space Jam.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, I think my parents' new dog could be the new Air Bud. I've never seen a dog that has legs the way that this dog has legs.
What dog?
It's their new dog, Bucky.
Oh, the one that they got at the Buc-ee's.
At a Buc-ee's in Texas from a guy who was getting rid of them in a blizzard outside of a Buc-ee's. Getting rid of...
Take these fucking dogs.
Crazy. And this dog is huge, and his name is Bucky, so I was thinking we could call it Air Buck.
Air Buck.
It's a spinoff, clearly. But instead of, football, basketball, and stuff, we do pickleball. We do all the new sports. Airbuck is like a really good golfer. Things like that.
Airbuck can also get you good parlays.
Dude, Airbuck is a bookie.
He's a bookie.
But anyways, back to this freaking article.
Yeah. So... both the living Nostradamus and Baba Vanga claim to have accurately predicted major events in the past, though in Baba Vanga's case, there's no official record of her premonitions. Before her death, which she also factually foretold, Baba... Yeah, I'm going to die at some point, too. Okay, am I a fortune teller?
Yeah.
Baba Vanga is attributed with correctly prophesizing Princess Diana's untimely passing and the 9/11 attacks, as well as several other notable global events. Meanwhile, Salome, who's the current Nostradamus, claims to have accurately predicted Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter. Okay, let's be real here. That's like me saying, like, Jeff Bezos is going to buy a major business.
Whoa, Nostradamus. Yeah, bro, come on. I read that too, and I was like...
the Queen Elizabeth's death and COVID-19 pandemic. That's like me saying fucking Bill Clinton's going to die in the next 20 years. Here's the thing with prophets, okay? I'm not saying that they're full of shit all the time, but most of the time they are, because if you look, they will have like 70 predictions and then like one will hit and they're like, look, I did it. Trinity Oracle, though, they post their wins. And their wins, they're batting almost 1,000.
This is what sports bettors will do too. They bet both sides. Whatever side wins, they take the picture of it.
Yep. So, Rar is in, says, I'm Tara. I was so nervous calling in. I'm glad you called in. Thank you for calling in.
Yes. That was, yeah.
Appreciate that. It was such a sad story, but I'm glad you were comfortable telling us. Okay, so continuing on with this, advanced systems will be able to operate multiple domains at the same time, mimicking human reasoning, he said in the same Daily Mail interview. Do we have a call? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, let's get to the call. Nobody cares about this. We want to hear the calls. Okay.
Last 4 digits, 5980, *6 to unmute yourself. Last 4 digits of your phone number, 5980. click *6 on your dial pad, and that'll unmute you, and you'll be in the room. Let me prompt. Oh my God, I did it, Austin. I did the thing,
You
man.
kicked him out?
I'm sorry. You got to click *6 again.
Oh, did you not prompt them?
No, I didn't prompt them. I was just saying it, and I was like, okay, it's taking a second, so let me go click ask to unmute. And as soon as
everybody boo this man.
Stop.
Everybody boo George. Boo. Boo.
Hello?
Hello.
Caller, you're in the room. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Skylar. I'm from Michigan.
Hi, Skylar. I've been seeing you in the chat. I'm glad you worked up the courage to call in. I promise you it's not that bad. We're going to have a grand time, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I called in to talk about all of my experiences,
Okay.
like spiritual experiences. I'm like really nervous because I've never done this before.
You're going to do great. I know it already.
It's
just a phone call. We're just friends talking on the phone.
Okay, so my first, because I've been growing up with the paranormal my whole life. The veil's been like very thin since I was like a kid. I don't know. I've always been into like spooky stuff and all that stuff, horror, you name it. And I used to watch like Ghost Hunters when I was like a little kid.
Same. I'm glad we, watched that.
Yeah. But yeah, when I was like 6 or 7, I had like a near-death experience.
Wow.
And what happened was my family, we were all at like this lake. It was near like in Chelsea, Michigan. I'm not really sure where the lake was located or anything. And all I remember from it was that my siblings and I, we were in the water. We were playing around. My dad and my mom were up like on like the beach just watching us and everything. And I had like a little board to like haul around, like try to keep me steady, whatever. And for some reason, I wandered too far off into like the lake, and I lost grip of the board. And then I basically I started like panicking, like try to grab the board, and then all of a sudden I couldn't grab the board, but I remember feeling like something was pulling me down under the water.
Mm.
And next thing you know, I passed out. And all I remember before I went unconscious was someone was in the water someone came, like, dove underwater to save me. And according to my dad, he said that like he was resting his eyes, and then next thing you know, my brother was walking out of the water with me in his arms, and I was turning purple.
Oh.
And my dad, they set me down. We had another family there with kids, thankfully. And my dad, he insisted on giving me CPR. And then he didn't like succeed the first time. And so like then he realized there was still water in my lungs. So he like got the water out of me, all that stuff. And then like the second time he tried again and still wasn't doing it correctly. And the lady that was there with her kid, she was telling him, just try one more time. And then the third time came around, and then I woke up in shock. Paramedics rushed down the hill. I was lifted into the ambulance, and next thing you know, I woke up in the hospital bed. So that's one experience. I do not remember that well from personal because I was a kid, but my dad told me the whole thing and everything. And I feel like ever since then, it just like my spiritual senses. Like I can sense spirits, I can feel them, I can know their energy and all that stuff, but I can't exactly see them, but I can know what type of spirit they are just by like what I feel them from and all that stuff.
Right.
But I feel like ever since that happened, I felt like something like awakened my spirit senses to be like having be more sensitive to a point.
Yeah. I mean, that's continue.
Yeah. And then like and I've always had like weird dreams, I guess. I don't know. I've had dreams that like creeped me out. Like,
right.
And I guess one dream in particular was, I'm going to sound crazy if I tell you this dream.
No, you won't. I promise.
Okay. So in this dream, I had a dream because like, I guess like when I was like 18, 19 and I was like, oh, I want to see a psychic. I want to see a psychic. So I don't know if it was like my subconscious putting this into the dream or not or whatever. But for some odd reason, I just wanted to see like a psychic to get like a reading, a family member. I don't know. I was curious. And in the dream, I'm going to go see this psychic. And this person gives me information of where this person lives. But they're like, oh yeah, they live down the street. Just go down there. But they refuse to go with me. I'm like, why are you not going with me? And they're like, oh no, you'll be fine. Just go. And I'm like,
it sounds suspicious.
I was like, oh, okay. So I start walking down the street and I see this house and like there's like all these birds like in these cages, like crows and shit. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So I walk up the door and knock on the door and the lady opens up the door and she's like, give me a confused look like, what are you doing here? Like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm here for like a psychic reading. And she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, okay. And she like kind of looks at me for a second and I'm kind of like confused about like, what is she doing?
Right.
And she takes my hand and she's like, you feel them too? And I'm like, what? And she's like, you
What?
feel them too? And I'm like, what is she talking about? And next thing you know, my eyes like roll back and like I wake up. And like actually wake up from the dream. And I'm like, what the like actual
Yeah.
you know.
I'm going to speak on behalf of Noah here. It sounds like you were talking with ancestors. At that point, I mean, George, would you concur on that? Like, It sounds like you were. That's why they gave you that weird look of like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah, I don't know what it was or anything, but like I was like, oh my god. And then I guess for my last experience that I had, this was like a couple, like a few years back and everything. And I went to one of my friends' like cousin's house because they were like having a party, whatever, and he lived like in a fixer-upper house.
Right.
And they were showing us the tour around the house, whatever the case, like here's kitchen, living room, bedroom, the garage and everything. And we go down in the basement and I immediately get drawn to the furnace room where the furnace is located. And while they're showing me the basement, I literally just speed walk to like the furnace room and I poke my head in and I feel like a presence there. I'm not exactly sure what it is, whatever, but it feels like a gentle presence.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay. And it was kind of like they were like hiding. Like it felt like they were hiding in like in a room. And then after that, I started feeling that presence in the garage, the pool barn, and everywhere else in the house. And then like later on, like I just kind of ignored it because I didn't want to be the one where I say something like, "Hey, you got a ghost in your house," and everyone's like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I'm like, so I just kept quiet, kept it to myself, and I was like, okay, whatever, you know. And then I went home and I told like my friend who was driving me home, I told him like, hey, I don't mean to sound like a crazy person, but I felt something in that house. And he's like a human, like a spirit, basically. He's like, oh yeah, the owner's dad died in the house. I'm like,
my God.
Oh yeah, no big deal. Just mention that later.
And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. And people always told me, like, when I say something's here, they never really believe me, but then I'm always come up right about something, like someone died in the house or whatever.
Yeah. Man.
They should lead with that. Like, hey, welcome to my house. Somebody died here. They're probably upstairs right now. Deviled eggs?
Prepare yourself for it.
Can I get you a water? Can I get you a soda, whiskey, a glass of wine, a shot at this point, you know, with what I've just told you?
Yeah.
Man, Skylar.
I have too many spiritual experiences.
Well, it sounds like you're going to have to call back because you did great tonight.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Bye now.
Thank you for calling in, Skylar. I really appreciate it. See, it's not that bad calling in.
It isn't.
We're friendly people. I'd like to think.
Dude, by the way, near-death experience.
Yeah. So what I'm learning is I'm never going near the fucking lake ever again. Especially when it's overcast.
You're next, Austin. Yeah.
Not if I do it myself. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. No, I mean, it's just terrifying. I mean, that's a parent's like literally.
Yeah. The fact that they had to do CPR several times is just crazy. And then the dream, like that doesn't sound like just a dream. It sounds like astral projecting. And they're like, oh, come get a reading. And then your family was like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah. No, those are.
But thank you for calling in, Skylar. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was reading the chat. They were like, I'm nervous. And everyone was like, call in.
Yep. Do it.
Man, oh man. Well, okay. I want to know because my channel is suffering, okay? Truly Bizarre is not doing. It's 99% my fault. But what kind of content do you guys want to see? Like, I legitimately want to know. Like, I see we have like 18 callers coming in. So
yeah, those are the phonies that would just play porn. They would play.
Oh, good to know.
I know you. There's only one.
You cannot trick me.
There's only one. So, Aiden, if you are in the YouTube chat, tell me what your last name is. I'll let you in. Because I'm not falling for it, Austin. I'm not.
I was doing a thing, and then then I felt a feeling around my butt. I remember that one. And I remember George just looks at me from the table, and he's just like...
Because here's the thing.
Skylar, you did not weird us out at all, I promise you.
No, this is the place. This is the place. But
hold on. Darkness, and I'm curious if has anyone had the testing. We might have to stop taking calls just because of this. I want to know more about this. I'm curious, has anyone had the testing in elementary school, like hearing tests? I did have that. And drinking that drink. I'm sorry, did you get Jim Jones'd?
What
do you mean drinking? Yeah, drinking that drink. What do you mean, Darkness? I'm going to need clarification.
Did you get Jim Jones?
For real? Like, what are they having you drink?
Yeah.
Just Dre, you're good. It's good to see you. Probably going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. I just want to know what Darkness is talking about. Yeah, Skylar, you didn't weird us out. Like, you were like, I'm probably going to freak you guys. That dream was not saying you don't have heat, because it was good. They were good stories. I'm just saying we had a lady call in that's literally solved a cold case on the fucking show. Like, that one was crazy. You did great. Yes, everyone else is like, what drink? It doesn't have to be an ancestor, but could be at least the one that told her where to go. Might have been Darkness. I don't want to tell you this, but I think you were a part of CIA testing. I'm not going to lie. Darkness said we had a pink drink we had to drink in school. It was a bunch of tests. Yeah, George, we can probably close down the callers. Oh, who's that?
It's definitely
I wonder who that is.
I just have the report pulled up just because I just know it's coming. But I kind of, it's just crazy. You can't have a call-in show if there wasn't people like this.
Baba booey, baba booey. All right, click.
Like, I got to show the people. Like, I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? I'm ready for it. So, Aiden,
where did I go to school?
Aiden, you have to go to YouTube and you have to tell me you're like.
You have to tell us your name and super chat $50 if you want us to, because I know you're not. Darkness said, so I need to go in a bunker now. It sounds like it. If they're having you drink random, here, drink this. I'm sorry. What? Okay, so Sydney said phone calls from the dead, darkest 911 calls, ghost recordings, creepy, cult stuff, creepy. Okay, so you want more of like the dark media stuff, which that stuff's, it's good content. It's just hard to find because some of it's borderline like illegal. Yeah, Sydney. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, so it sounds like, have you watched, Sydney, on Truly Bizarre, my most disturbing internet videos series? I think I have like 5 or 6 of them. Shaman said Austin and Georgia was saving this for Noah. I went through the hearing test. I remember the hearing test.
I have to look this up.
Beep.
Yeah, the hearing test.
Beep. Beep.
97% accuracy.
And then they go, honey, you can put your hand up. Huh? Oh, of the club? Yes, that was the Great White Fire. Yeah, that one was terrifying. Oh my God, Darkness, no. Darkness said, I have no idea what they had us drink. They had these briefcases with stuff to do.
Okay, bro, I have this pulled up. Just look it up on Reddit.
What did you look up?
Well, you could just look up the headline, hearing test and pink drink.
Hearing test and pink drink Reddit.
Curious if anyone
on
else had an
UFO
experience when they were a kid doing a hearing test. I specifically remember them giving me a pink chalky drink before walking over to the facility for test and telling me I got to do the test because I read at a high level for my age. Low key flex. That's why you love Reddit.
Yeah, but I did too. That's why I went to the Gifted and Talented Education, which I guess was a CIA thing in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, because they want to find the smartest, the fastest, the quickest,
the most autistic,
and
most functionally autistic.
Correct. And they wanted to group them together because I was a special education teacher, and by the way, there is a entire course on teaching the gifted and talented. They fit into special education. So the funding in schools.
Well, yeah. Okay, so you know what I heard?
It's lumped together. It's because of that as well.
Oh, scoliosis test. I remember doing that because George and I had the same class that year. We did it in health. So gifted and talented was special ed for like people like me that were like asking, like finishing the work too quickly and be like, all right, what's next, teacher? And they're like, I got to teach 15 other kids right now.
Yep. So
they would send, and then we like, I'm not even kidding. We mummified a fucking chicken in gate. We wrapped it up, preserved it, and buried it out in the schoolyard for like 3 weeks and then pulled it back up.
And it was perfectly preserved?
No, it was fucking rancid. It was nasty.
Oh, it's so gross.
Okay, but so looking into this, though, I want to see what the comments say. With the way human psychology works, there's a decent chance you're conflating memories from different experiences. Okay. Hearing test at different frequency ranges, color blindness test, and the pink chalky stuff is to show buildup of gunk on your teeth to check your oral hygiene. Robot Lex on Reddit is a confirmed agent.
Can you imagine if kids came home these days and said they gave me like a little pink chalky drink before I got tested? Parents would flip out.
Yeah.
Well, you do remember, right? The scoliosis test. I think we had to like get a paper signed.
Austin, I remember the scoliosis test because if I'm not mistaken, right, I'm panicking, right? We're all shirtless.
We were all shirtless in health. We're in like 7th or 8th grade, and we're all like, "Fuck, bro, do I got it?" It's like the lice episode of fucking South Park.
Yep.
Who the fuck has it?
Dude, didn't you have it?
Me?
Yeah.
I have it now.
Okay. You didn't have it then?
No.
Yeah, I think it was somebody else that I knew had it, and I was like,
"No, I have it now though." Because
it was like the one person, dude. That's like that sucks.
I found out from my car accident because we went and got X-rays done at like a quick care directly after the accident, and they call us like, "We need you to come in. This is really serious." I was like, "Holy shit!" We get in there like, "You both have scoliosis. It's not related to the accident." We're like, "Bitch, I don't care. Tell me how many thousands am I getting?" But yeah, I found that out during my car accident.
That's terrible.
It's apparently pretty easy to get, especially when you sit like shit like I do. What was the purpose of it? Of what? Darkness. What do you mean? Purpose of
the pink chalky substance? I guess they said it was because of
oral hygiene. They were seeing gunk build up on your.
Dude, it's crazy the amount of like elementary school kids I saw when I was a substitute teacher that would just have like Cheeto plaque on their teeth. Cheeto plaque. It was disgusting. I actually had one student that had it too. Like, it's crazy. I mean, like, it's like, bro, you're 16 years old. You're 17 years old. Like,
take care of your mouth.
We never saw a toothbrush, like, ever. And by the way, this is kind of like shitty to say. I'm outing myself. It's been a while since I've been to the dentist.
It's been a long. I'm afraid to go because I don't have health insurance. But I brush.
Yeah.
At least twice a day, and then I floss. I try to floss every day.
I got one of
those.
But for
water
sure,
flossers. At least once or twice a week, I'm flossing.
It's good.
Which is probably not enough, George. But you know.
These kids are just.
How do I reach these kids?
How do I reach them?
Yeah.
I give them a toothbrush first. It's crazy how you have to start at the basics.
I give them a toothbrush first.
These kids were 17 years old.
Yeah.
Nuts.
I realize TikTok can't see George. Let me see if I can flip the camera.
Oh. Hi.
Hold on. No. Flip camera. There we go. That's George. This is the studio.
It is. This is my space, people.
This is my space.
I have this like dot on the back of my head. This is like one of the most unfluttering.
My place. Nobody.
Cool. I never get to see the back of my head.
Dre, same. I had braces for 5 fucking years. I hate the dentist.
The pink chalky drink could also, like, I mean, that could go so many different ways.
Yeah.
By the way, whenever you had sore throats when you were a kid, did you ever get like the pink medicine?
Amoxicillin, yeah.
Amoxicillin?
I got that for ear infections because I had ear infections a lot, which is apparently an autism thing. So I took amoxicillin a lot, which that shit was good.
Yeah. I would drink it when I wasn't sick.
You were like, yeah, Mama, let me get the good.
I remember the day I was standing next to my mom, and my mom said, no, he could take a pill now. I was probably like 9.
Your mom!
I was like, oh, I'm crushed. Why have you betrayed me like this, mother? You know that is my favorite.
Mother, I cannot believe
that is my favorite medicine, Mom. God.
Dre said, I didn't mind the orthodontist, loved my braces. Fuck braces. They fucked my mouth up so bad. Like, I have a permanent scar right here, like where my lips meet on the inside, because this was a baby tooth that hadn't come in yet. So they had to pull that tooth, and then I had to go in and have surgery, and they attached, I'm not even kidding you, a chain up into the roof of my mouth to that tooth so they could pull it in with my braces.
Whoa.
And that's where this tooth is now. And that shit hurt it because it was basically a guitar string just right here exposed, just rubbing on my gums or on my cheeks.
Oh, dude, it sent chills through my spine right there. That's disgusting. What other weird shit did they test us for in school? Now that we're going down that rabbit hole.
Do you remember, not to get us demonetized, do you remember the sex ed thing in 5th grade?
Yes.
All I remember is like walking. Okay, so I remember it was like in the afternoon. I remember walking up and like the girls came out before us and like they looked fucking tormented. They looked like they had just seen God.
Yeah.
And then we went in and then they were like, where is your
liquid stored? Or what? Yeah, they were like, where is it stored? And then one of the answers was McDonald's. And then the guy was like, now you know what's in the Big Mac sauce.
Oh,
and we're all fifth graders, and we were like, ah!
He's so funny. This dude is hilarious. I remember they gave us deodorant. That was like a big, like, okay, you got to start doing that. You, I guess for the women, it got really serious in like 6th grade. 6th grade, they were telling us.
Well, I remember not understanding why at first. Like I remember
the business.
Why my mom, you know how like you have the birds and the bee. It was my mom for some reason. It wasn't my dad. Now knowing like my dad for sure he couldn't do it. My dad's just too awkward. Like, Dad, what does this do? Oh, cool. Thanks, Dad. But I remember like going into 6th grade. I'm like, why do we have to be in separate locker rooms? Like I don't get it. Because in PE in elementary school, like everybody was just there.
Right.
Are we getting bombarded?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, I see that.
It's telling me to force quit stuff. I ain't gonna do it.
See, Sydney, in high school, when we had like legitimate, the one I'm talking about in elementary school was like, they were like, I remember we had to learn like what this does. And then they gave us deodorant for free. And that was like my introduction to deodorant. And I've been now part of Big Deodorant for the last like 20 years. They get you hooked at young. Yo, you know who had, not to air it out, but you know who had stinky pits is Rowan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one time where like.
Not to air it out.
Not to air it out, but you know, my son, I was telling his mom, I was like, his pits are stinky. She's like, no, it's not. And I was like, smell them. And she smelled them and she gagged. I was like, so he has his own little baby deodorant now at 6.
Yeah.
Them shits were rancid, dude. Like I remember going, like rancid.
Lift them up. Boom.
Yeah, see, I hated my health teacher. Sydney and George are gonna love this. My health teacher was Miss Pileggi.
Oh yeah.
I fucking hated her.
I mean, I never got her as a teacher, bro.
Well, no, you didn't go to the school, but you knew her as the cheer captain or cheer instructor or whatever.
Coach?
Sure.
We needed a coach. You're disrespecting the cheerleading community out here. I will not stand for it.
No, you guys were good. Not her, though. You didn't need her.
No, she was a part of the drama.
I remember my friend Brian, the one we've talked about, was in the Army. Mm-hmm. He was talking to her husband, who they don't even sleep in the same bed. And he was like, you know, Brian, because he was like, how does it feel having a kid? He's like, you know, Brian, sometimes partners lie to each other about being on birth control. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Hey, you got to lock it down, dude. The life of a teacher is like, that's how it works. You got to be careful with the.
You got to get
with the what goes on in the teachers' lounge.
You know what made
Those people get married. They end up having kids. I've seen it.
Eastbound and Down. That first season where they're all at like the party. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, bro, that's really just your life now. Like you're in a small town, you teach at a school. This is it. This is like the pinnacle. You're gonna have a few brewskis, have some lame premarital. And then, you know.
Oh my God. It always ends this way, Austin.
Yeah.
It always ends.
It always ends with them not being a teacher anymore. Like George.
Oh yeah. Well, the shit that was going on, like all the relationships that were happening between all the teachers, like it's crazy. It's its own saga. It's like you're at a location just as long as the kids practically.
Maybe even a little longer.
Maybe a little bit longer if you really want to start sprucing it up.
Maybe you have a turtle in your office.
Bro. Okay, listen. Cameron was proudly displayed. I said, this is what you guys can do right now. I locked that down freshman year of high school. What are you doing? You're fucking drooling, playing grab ass with each other, causing a ruckus out front. I would literally use that verbiage. It would work. It would work.
Are you still in contact with any of your students?
I am. I just wished a couple of them happy birthday.
Are they doing? Are they productive members of society now?
Yeah, they got jobs. They're predicted to live on their own.
That is that's the power of George, ladies and gentlemen.
Sticks.
George did that.
Sometimes it sticks. But I don't know, man.
I want you guys to know George had them calling up women on Valentine's Day to ask them out on a date to build up their social skills. What other teacher's going to do that? I remember,
if this was a box, I was here.
I remember my freshman year,
outside
I had an algebra teacher. His name was Mr. Allen. He's an old guy, and he called everybody rookie. Listen here, rookie. He was like the matchmaker. He tried to hook up everybody in the class. And then he said, fellas, you got to have a girlfriend on Friday, a girlfriend on Saturday, and then on Sunday you kick them all out and get a new one Monday. And then, like, I remember at the time I was dating this girl, and they were in our class, and she sat, like, in the front of the class. I sat, like, on the far side. She sat next to another guy, and he pointed at them. He's like, y'all dating? She was like, no, I'm dating him. And he was like, rookie in the back. Okay. I see you, rookie.
He just called everybody rookie.
Yeah, he was like, listen here, rookie. He was an older black gentleman. Found out he was a very high-ranking, like, army soldier. Like, very high ranking. I remember they brought him a medal and everything, and I was like, holy shit. And he probably was on, like, Black Ops too, so he had, like, some bodies. Ooh. Yeah, because I remember, like, we asked him, we're like, what'd you do? He's like, nothing that you can hear about. I was like, damn.
Nothing that's appropriate for Cheyenne High School.
For Cheyenne High School, yep.
Yeah. There was, I just remembered this. Oh, my bad, peeps. There was a teacher that was also the soccer coach at the high school that I taught at, and we taught at the same exact time, and he got, like, charged with sex trafficking, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my God.
If I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Well, there was that guy recently from Palo Verde.
He was the only other Cuban teacher.
Oh, so they were looking at you and you're like, ¿Cómo se dice?
No, I was already out.
¿Cómo se dice? It was not.
By the way, he would come in and, like, he was full soccer coach, bro. Like, he was there to coach soccer. High white socks.
He'd run in. Swee!
High white socks, wife beater, zip up jacket, whistle. Dude,
He's
just set up
basically
some cones.
The coach in Mexico from Eastbound and Down.
They won state. Needless to say.
You need a sex trafficker if you're going to win state. Is what
it's just absurd. Like, this is a man that was teaching kids, you know, like,
how do I reach these kids?
I have to find the story. I want to make sure I'm okay or like correct on the allegations here, but it's already, like, over.
Yeah. Well, while George finds that, we're going to slowly go ahead and start wrapping up the show for this week. As a reminder, go check out Black Cauldron. I know she's on her way back from Bali, so hopefully she'll have content out here pretty soon. Check out Truly Bizarre. I have new videos up. Check out my YouTube. I've been uploading some cool stuff. And, yeah. Chef Kenny, yeah. Also, but I don't know if I said hi to Chef Kenny earlier. Yeah, no, I mean, George and I are both, George is on both sides of the coin there with CCSD. The problem with CCSD is there's too many admins. Is the problem. There's too many cooks in the kitchen that don't do anything. I remember my senior year of high school, I was very involved in band. I was jazz band president and I was in marching band. And I remember we did here, I don't know if it's the same in other states. Here in Las Vegas, people can buy booths for 4th of July and they can sell fireworks as like a fundraising opportunity. Well, we did that for the band program. And I remember working it all summer. We sold a ton of fireworks.